Okay, ladies and gentlemen, NFL Week 7. NFL season is moving, going quick, crazy. First order of business, Week 6, how did we do? On the screen, you'll see best week for us so far, spread-wise. We went 10-4-0, no pushes. That's great. That's a really good ratio. Some weeks you're going to have like that. Some you're going to flip them. Like I said, I don't care too much about the spread picks. What you will see is our bets. We went 3-0, which is such a great feeling. I commented then what I will say is it was Lions money line, Buccaneers money line, which weren't super juicy. It was like minus 150 and minus 180. And then Bears, we liked them at minus 2 in the video. And the cool thing is in the video, I said those are the three that I'm looking at. Not a for sure bet, but I'm looking at. So if you really followed it and shit, you probably got some extra money and value early on. And the biggest thing is, like, I know those weren't super juicy bets. I liked the Bucks and Lions up to minus 3. The thing is, I like to put the comment of what I actually put my money on. So when I went to Pato, you'll see the slips on the screen. I was pissed off from gambling. So I said, fuck it, we're not going to overthink numbers. We're just going to do straight fucking money lines. We envisioned the Lions dicking down the Cowboys. You'll see I threw more money than I usually do on betting, but it paid off. So I just like to, I want my bets to be what I actually put my physical money on. I don't want to lie and say I did it this way. So you'll see it was like minus 2.5 for the Bucks, Bears money line, and then the Lions. But 3-0, great. We're going to have weeks that suck. So that's this week. Good shit. Now on the screen, you'll see our new overall record. So the spread is now up to 42, 46, and 3. Like I said, we want to get it to like 50, 46, and 3, just a hair over 50%, and we'll feel good. We don't care too much about that. We care about the fucking bets, which are now up to 8-4. That's a good ratio. We want to keep that going. So without further ado, you probably see my hand, but odds, courtesy of Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. You can see it's fresh as of 2 a.m. on Thursday. We'll get going. Thursday Night Football, ugly fucking game. Broncos at the Saints. We're taking Broncos minus 3 because the Saints, Chris Olave's in concussion protocol. Rashid Shaheed's going to go either on IR or miss the whole year. He's having surgery on his meniscus, I believe, some tendon. That's like their two top receivers. Rashid Shaheed was actually getting more targets than Olave. Spencer Rattler's in. Taysom Hill, who's just like a gadget guy. Their offense is so depleted, and they go against the Broncos, who have a really, really good defense. Pat Surtain is out, so that's helpful, but I trust Sean Payton's won some gritty games for the Broncos, and in a game where I feel both offenses are shit, gave me the team with the better defense. So, Broncos. Patriots, Jags, simply put, I view them as both dog shit. I would expect the Jaguars to win this game, but it's at a neutral site. They're both 1-5. And I think the Patriots are ascending more than the Jaguars. The Jaguars got Evan Ingram back, which is big. Really big game back. He had like 10 receptions, 80-some yards all in the middle. Him and Kirk in the middle, Gabe Davis and Brian Thomas Jr. on the side. Genuinely a really potent, solid offense. There's not an alpha, but it's solid. Regardless, the Jaguars are still shit. What's good about them is their run defense. What's bad about them is their pass defense. Enter Drake May and the Patriots. This simply put, it's better than Jacoby Brissett. Demario Douglas looks decent. I know Ramondre didn't practice as of Wednesday. I don't like it as much if Ramondre's out. If he plays, I really like it because now he's got like someone to pass to, someone to throw to. But I view both their defenses as meh, and the Jaguars' offense as only slightly better, where I'd favor them like -1, -2.5. Simply put, the Jaguars aren't good enough of a team to be -5.5. Could I see them covering it, late touchdown or something? Yeah, finding their offensive juice. It's crazy to me that a team that's been consistently one of the worst in the NFL is -5.5. That's all. Bengals, Browns. Bengals really didn't look promising against the Giants offensively. Thing is, according to, I believe, I might be butchering the number, but Fantasy Pros is my podcast I'll mention. They have great statistics and numbers that I will steal and try to give them credit for. I believe they said Deshaun Watson is on pace to be sacked 88 times this year. That is absurd, and while the Bengals defense has been trash, they do have Trey Hendrickson who gets sacks. So, one with that. Two, with the Browns not having eclipsed 20 points, and now they just lost Amari Cooper. You have Deshaun Watson throwing to fucking who? Jerry Jeudy, Njoku, and Cedric fucking Tillman. Even if they're up the whole game, dude, give me like 2 drives with fucking Joe Burr, Jamar T. Higgins, and I think they could cover and just turn it on. We're going Bengals -6. Lions, Vikings, it's really hard because the Vikings are good on both sides of the ball, and the Lions have been bad on defense and just lost Aiden Hutchinson. Thinking of him, awful injury, not great in the slightest. But the Lions have just looked so good offensively and so gritty and on such a fuck it tour. We have to back them. They were like 2.5 this morning, so I don't like it as much, but give me them with at least a point. Texans, Packers. I don't think I've gotten a single Packers spread right all year. So maybe it's an emotional hedge, but we're going Texans +3. My thing is the Packers defense in terms of yards allowed hasn't been great. We just get a lot of turnovers. But teams can definitely run on us, and Joe Mixon's look good, and they can definitely throw on us. Stroud doesn't turn it over that much, 1. 2, the Texans defense has made Josh Allen and other really good quarterbacks not look great. Purdy and them have stalled. As much as we've looked good, Jordan Love has had some turnovers, so that kind of concerns me. He's been a little Brett Favre-esque where he's going to throw heat, but also going to throw some fuck-ups. I just think +3 makes sense. Hopefully I'm wrong, but yeah, Texans +3. Dolphins, Colts. This one's a headache. Dolphins have still looked like shit without Tua. Colts, I think Richardson starts. Jonathan Taylor didn't practice today, but in all of his interviews, he was at fucking Dairy Queen, I think, doing some saucy chicken shit. He just keeps saying he feels a lot better. Even if he doesn't play, Ty Goodson looked decent. This one just is ugly, and both teams are like injured and meh. Give me the home team that's shown some life more recently. They just won against the Titans. Eagles, Giants. Is there a more unlikable coach than Sarkisian, whatever the fuck his name is for the Eagles? Probably not, but Giants have Dexter Lawrence. He's honestly been really good. I think he's got like 7 sacks. Neighbors should be back, but we're going to back the Eagles. It's Saquon revenge game, and I think the Eagles had a bad performance last week, barely beating the Browns. I like to think they get kind of back on track, and if not, I just think Saquon's going to snap. Give me them -3. Seahawks, Falcons. This one's really tough. I view them as like super similar teams. I think I like the Seahawks offense a hair more, and I like the Falcons defense a hair more, but pretty even. And then you just pick the home team -3. Like, to me, you really can't go wrong here. I'm going to side with the slightly better defense in the Falcons, plus I think they didn't look great. Wow, they did beat them by like a good 16, the Panthers. I just feel like they haven't looked great. Low on the market, but the Seahawks are also on a skid. This one's gross. Like, I don't feel good on either side, but give me the Falcons. Titans, Bills. 9.5 is a fuck ton of points. And Tony Pollard has looked good, and the Bills you can run on. Will Levis was limited today. I think he'll be back. I'm going Bills. I think they're just due to finally have a blow-up game at some point offensively. I know that's dumb logic, but now James Cook should be back. I know Amari Cooper's a new addition, but that's still huge. Khalil Shakir's another week healthier. I don't love it at 9.5, but I'm going to back them. So we're going with the Bills. Similar Panthers, Commanders. 8.5 is a fuck ton. This is literally dog shit defense. I'm not surprised the over-under is so high. I guess I just trust the Commanders more. They have more weapons. I think they have the better run game. Chuba Hubbard's look great. But Brian Robinson Jr. has looked good. Even if he's out, Eckler looked good last week. I just trust Jaden Daniels. They're coming off a honestly not super far off game with the Ravens. It's just dog shit, but I know the Commanders' offense is going to show up. 8.5's crazy, but give me them. Raiders, Rams, similar. Like, these are two beat-the-fuck-up teams. Devontae's gone. I believe Jacoby's hurt. Zamir White might be back. But it's fucking Trey Tucker and, like, Brock Bowers and Minshew. Aiden O'Connell. Like, it's a really bad offense and a slightly better. Cooper Kupp was limited today. I feel like he plays. Even if he doesn't, Tutu Atwell, Jordan Whittington, and Kyron are good enough with Stafford to me to win. 6.5 is a bit much in my opinion, but the Raiders really have not looked good. Like, they got shafted on, this week, by the Steelers. And it's a team that you can run on. Kyren Williams is pretty good. Give me Rams, don't love it. Chiefs, Niners, give me the Niners. I think they win regular season, and in the playoffs, I guarantee the Chiefs beat them. That's just how it goes. I think 49ers are a better talented, more well-rounded team. Chiefs might be better coached. We'll see. I'm just going with my gut. My only complaint with the 49ers is I think they often get out to leads and then slow down, and the Chiefs are like the last team you want to do that with. Plus, Juju didn't look bad. They're coming off a bye. I think the 49ers are coming off a bye, though, too. Don't quote me on that. I think Jordan Mason plays. I'm just going 49ers. I think they're better overall, and the Chiefs are whatever. But, Chiefs are magic. We'll see. But give me 49ers. Jets, Pittsburgh, I'm a little bit surprised by the line. But I'm going to go Jets. Like, while I wasn't super impressed, like that game was very winnable for them, the offense looked better in a sense of like Garrett Wilson got fed. Lazard had a decent game. Breece Hall got a ton of work. And now you add Devontae, who's like, I don't think people realize, even if he's just like a third down guy, he's going to help move the chains a ton and just take off pressure for Garrett Wilson, for Breece Hall. And their defense has still been looking decent. Plus, Pitt is playing Russ. I don't know if I view that as an upgrade or a downgrade from Fields. It's kind of weird to me. I kind of get it. I just like the Jets. I feel like, it's their first back-to-back weeks of big changes, and it better fucking pay off. If not, they're going to look like a bunch of jokes. I just feel they're kind of due, and they've choked a lot of games in their offense. I feel like while they've choked a lot of games, they've honestly looked better. It's just they choke it at the end. Steelers, maybe they don't. Ravens, Bucks. This one, lowest key. I usually say if it's a high over, you bet the under, and if it's a low over-under, you bet the high. I kind of like the over here, dude. The Buccaneers put up 50 last week. It was like 50-28 or 51-27. Granted, there was a defensive touchdown and shit, but the Ravens you cannot run on, but you can most certainly throw on them. Buccaneers run game is meh. Passing game, Godwin is looking nasty. Evans and Baker looking nasty. And then the Buccaneers, you can do whatever the fuck you want on them defensively. Enter Lamar, enter Henry, enter Mark Andrews, who actually has decent back-to-back weeks, and Zay Jones having some good weeks. I don't see the Ravens putting up... I need to look at the team total. Maybe. Can I do that? Is there a team total? Okay. Nah. But to me, I honestly feel like the Ravens putting up 31 is a modest number. The Saints put up 27 with Spencer Rattler. I think one of them was a defensive touchdown, but I think 31-28, and that's almost 60. That's 59. 49.5, you need 7 touchdowns. I think Ravens put up at, being pessimistic, I think Ravens at least put up 27 and the Bucks put up 21. And that's 48. In a really pessimistic. So I honestly like the over. I am baffled that this is not the highest spread game. But we're going Ravens because at least their defense takes away one thing. Plus, I think their offense is still better. I'd like it more at 3, but minus 3.5 will take it. Chargers, Cardinals. We're going Chargers. Their offensive line is definitely a mismatch for the Cardinals' pass rush. They're going to win the trenches. They have a better defense. Justin Herbert is healthier coming off the bye week last week. They looked good. J.K. Dobbins is looking good. Kamani Vidal looked good. And Cardinals are just really inconsistent. Plus, Marvin Harrison Jr., he had a concussion. It's Monday night, so he has a chance to clear concussion protocol. But I think he honestly might not. They did elevate either Zay Jones from the practice squad or signed him, so I don't think that's a great sign. I think Chargers are more well-balanced than the Cardinals, so give me the Chargers. So we'll go down through everything and then just early looks. Like I said, I'll actually comment bets, but Broncos because the Saints are depleted. Patriots because the Jaguars should not be a heavy favorite. Bengals because the Browns can't put up points. Lions because they're hot. Texans emotional hedge. Colts because they both suck ass. Eagles for a Saquon revenge game. I don't fucking know. I like Kirk Cousins -3. Fuck the Titans. Will Levis is a turnover machine, but he's entertaining. -9.5. Running up, Jaden Daniels -8.5. Rams, 49ers, Jets, Ravens, Chargers. That's the picks. First looks at it. I like the Patriots. I don't know if I'd put money on it. If Ramondre is playing, I fuck with it. I would probably put money on it. We'll see. I'll comment what I end up doing. But thinking there, the more I think about it, the more I fuck with the Bengals, which is how much Deshaun gets sacked. And you take an offense that's bad, and then they also lose Amari Cooper. Plus, the Bengals' most recent primetime game was them looking like ass against the Giants. I view that as a buy low opportunity, and this as just a dog shit team. So I kind of don't hate the Bengals. I just think 6 is a tricky number. And I kind of fuck with the Ravens. Because like I said, Tampa Bay you can score on. And at least the Ravens take away one thing from you. Plus they have like Kyle Hamilton and some, he's getting a good bit of sacks. Yeah, I just feel like Tampa, offenses are pretty similar, but defenses, there's a decent gap there, and I still think offensively I take the Ravens. So, first looks are those. We'll comment what we actually end up doing if we find any player props and shit we like, but that's it. Good luck, week 7. Check back next week. Shout out Pato.